I'm just gluing together a tabletop, and I might just put the camera on and have a little moan, a little complain while I'm doing it. I'll see if I can do two things at once. Probably not. So what are you complaining about now, you might ask? Well, my complaint is actually about Dewalt. To be specific, Dewalt's 3-year warranty, which, well, in my opinion, isn't really a 3-year warranty. It's 3 years on, you know, what they say are parts that are integral to their tools, which, okay, cool. I should do all that, shouldn't I? So parts that are integral, not consumable parts. I guess we have a difference of opinion about what they believe is consumable, but it also kind of speaks to, I don't know, I look after my tools. Dewalt tools aren't cheap. That's the other thing. I live in a town that we've only just started selling Dewalt tools again locally, so it's always been an extra effort to go to buy them. Our local hardware shops sold them, then exclusively sold Makita, and you know, despite Dewalt tools quote unquote being available, refused to get them. They would only get you Makita. So me buying my Dewalt tools, you know, meant obviously I had to buy online. Living in, well, not exactly in the outback, but in regional Australia, there's no big green store where I live. The nearest big green store is 4 hours drive away. So buying Dewalt tools comes fraught with danger, I should say. It's not a simple matter of, well, hey, just go down to your local big green shop and say what you want, and you know, they'll give it to you. It doesn't work like that here. So I did a lot of buying through places like Total Tools and Sydney Tools, and they've been really good. I like these. It's now 12 volt. It was 10.8 volt. These, sorry, you have to do that, don't you? They're really good. If I connect, these be long enough. The problem I have is that my son gave me one of these 10.8/12 volt cordless hammer drills for Father's Day in 2019. It is currently 2022, and according to the warranty, it's within the 3-year warranty. So there should be no problem there. So early on, being, you know, I'm not a tradesperson, I'm a school teacher, so I don't exactly get used and abused. Early on in the piece, in 2019, probably October maybe, the chuck jammed open, so effectively useless. And it was a gift. I didn't have the receipt. It took a long time to troll through. In fact, moved house due to reasons outside of our control as well, so it just kind of got pushed to the back burner, thinking, well, it's a 3-year warranty, you know, I'm sure I'll get to it before August 2022, or September I should say 2022, and get it sorted out. So April rolls around in 2022 and I'm finally at a state where I actually have time, and I've, for miraculous reasons, come across the receipt while I've also gone out and bought, got one in the bag, more Dewalt 12 volt tools because I've got the charger and the batteries for the other one, and they're really good. I'm probably flawed and mistaken for buying those actually, because when it came time to try and claim on the warranty, this is a whinge, I haven't got my money's worth out of it. Dewalt initially said yes, it's covered under warranty, and then said no, it's not covered under warranty because it's a drill, and the drill chuck is a consumable item. It's only it only has a 3-month warranty. And I was a little perplexed by that, thinking, well, you know, 3 months. I mean, it's not exactly straightforward to replace a chuck. And in fact, Josh, I've gone ahead a few steps there. What happened initially was that Dewalt said, yes, it's under. I emailed and said, my chuck is stuck open, I'd like it mended. I think that's almost word for word what I said. And they back and forth with someone at Dewalt to, you know, with the receipt to prove that it was less than 3 years old, and yes, it's under warranty. I then had to post it off to a repairer in Adelaide because that's the nearest repairer there is. There's no repairer locally. Who, you know, that's at my expense, and I totally understand that. That's part of the, you know, that's the fine for buying Dewalt. Can I do this left-handed? Yes, I can. So I sent it off, and, you know, pays me money and makes me choice. And Thursday rolls around, and I get a message to phone the place, thinking, cool, maybe they fixed it. And they say, no, we've got off the phone to Dewalt, and it's not covered under warranty because it's a drill, and the chuck is a consumable item. My question to Dewalt is, if it's a consumable, how come I can't replace it and not void the warranty? I'm shocked I'm actually doing this left-handed. Because obviously, you know, if you get driver bits with it, they're a consumable. The battery is consumable, but I mean, I can replace the battery. That's easy. I can go, oh well, okay, the battery's no good. I'll go buy another one. But that's not the case with a chuck. You know, with a chuck, you've got to take apart, I believe, the whole drill. And when I asked them if they could supply me with the instructions and documentation on how to change a chuck, they said that stuff isn't available. And that's kind of almost like anti-right to repair. So I'm at a bit of a stalemate because Dewalt's definitions in their warranty, and I have read them, are that if a tool is used regularly with its intended use, that the chuck isn't covered, or it's a consumable item because of the way it's used. And I get that, you know, I think if you would ask most people that are toolies, you know, what kind of tools are Dewalt, they'd say they're probably trade grade tools. And if a tradie is walking around with this in their bag and they're chucking it in their van every day and, you know, just using it to earn a living like tradies do, well, I can totally get that. That's not what I'm doing. So I would feel that my use case is probably justified in saying that, well, this screw popped through here, let's see, in saying that, well, I'm not a tradesperson, and this gets, you know, has a sort of weekend woodworker, and this is what it does. It gets sporadic use at the best of times. I don't think that it should be excluded from the warranty, but, you know, obviously it also makes me think, well, why do I look after my tools? Why do I bother? Because Dewalt, obviously, and probably other companies too, I shouldn't just single them out, it's only my experience, Dewalt believe that nobody looks after their tools according to their warranty, so it's not covered. Why should anyone look after the tools? I've got some Azito tools that I actually just started getting rid of because I'd started buying Dewalt stuff again. Why should I bother buying Dewalt things? I could just go and buy Azito stuff, and okay, I'll have to wait for every time I go to Adelaide to the big green shop. But I can just waltz in with my receipt after 5 years and get another one. No questions. I can't do that with them, despite having paid, you know, over each tool considerably more money. So it irritates me slightly there. Also, that my son and my wife bought me the drill on a Father's Day special. So for, I think it was $119, they got a 12 volt or a 10.8 volt hammer drill driver, 2 batteries and a charger. So if I was going to return that to the place of purchase, I obviously have to return everything, which means I lose 2 batteries that work fine and a charger that works fine. And I can't get another 12 volt drill skin with a hammer function for under $180. So repair was the only way that I could get sort of equitable value for the money, you know, without trying to say to Dewalt, hey, give me something that's dearer, better. You know, I just wanted what I had fixed. You know, the Australian consumer law has protection in it for, I believe is it acceptable quality? Reasonable quality? I can't remember their terminology for it. But I would suggest that the repair person had said this thing looks brand new over the phone to me. So, you know, I would take their word for it. I'm sure they see plenty of things that don't look like new. And what makes me equally disappointed is I can go. In fact, I'll go get it. So I don't want it to fall over. If I'd asked for this chuck to be repaired under warranty, you know, that's obviously been drilling into something with metal next to it and it's been beaten up and it's been dropped off a ladder, I could totally get that. That's not, you know, that's probably what Dewalt terms when they think of acceptable quality. But I'll try and put some pictures up. The other chuck is not identical to this. You know, it's just not done any work. So it seems unreasonable, apparently, to them for me to ask them to, I don't know, I suppose, reconsider their decision, or at least consider the complexities of one case. But I suppose it just means that I'll probably be buying more of that, because, you know, this was $39. This on its own was $159 with no battery. It's kind of a no-brainer. But it's disappointing because I like Dewalt tools. I've been spoiled with Dewalt tools. So, yeah, I don't know. If you're from Dewalt and you want to tell me that you make consumer grade tools, which I would have thought your Black & Decker and Stanley Fatmax was sort of your consumer grade entry level stuff, tell me. But I don't know. For me, I think that's probably aimed at the professional, and so we probably need to stand up to a lot more abuse than it does. But it's stuck. It's stuck open, and I can't get it back.